Hi there, this is Tess Raleigh, owner of Eat Your Yard. Thank you so much for filling out our initial questionnaire. This will help us gauge whether your yard or your space is a good candidate for a food garden. So, taking the next step, we wanted to address some of the frequently asked questions that we get about this process and our garden designs and builds. So, a lot of people wonder whether we need to till up the yard in order to establish a garden bed. And we have developed over years a different method that involves building up the bed. So instead of digging down and disrupting the soil microbiology and the existing lawn space, we build up using layers of different organic material and with a top layer of compost. So this boosts the fertility of the soil, and it allows us to it assures us that the quality of the soil going in is good, and we don't have to worry about contaminants that the plants will pull up from the soil. So if you live in the city, there's a chance there could be some contaminants, some toxic metals that exist in the soil currently, and that's just the nature of the beast. But by building up this way, we build up about a foot, so the plants don't really reach the surface level of the ground. So then we know that the compost has lots of nutrients and low toxins. So that's one reason that we do it. And we also find that it's a lot simpler. It uses resources that we have available. Um, a lot of materials that would otherwise be thrown out or discarded, we're able to use to turn back into the soil and create value. They call compost black gold because it really is that valuable when we're growing plants. So another thing that I just wanted to mention is that we use organic and natural growing methods. My experience is in organic farming vegetables mostly, and so we use techniques that adhere to those standards. We're not technically organic certified because we will be operating at your home, but we do keep in mind those practices because they're the healthiest for people to be ingesting plants grown in soils that are healthy and thriving, and it keeps the environment and the ecosystem in balance and healthy too, because there's a common notion that when pests are drawn to our crops that we have to destroy them. They are the enemy. But with organic practices, we're not trying to decimate populations of any one species because diversity is essential in the world as a whole, in nature. That's how the functions and flows work within nature. So we're not trying to wipe anything out. We're just trying to keep things at bay and under control so that we can still enjoy the abundance of the harvest. Um, so, for example, you might have rabbits or deer in your area, and we concoct a special brew consisting of hot peppers, garlic, and onion, and we let that ferment. And then we spray it around the garden so that it trains the animals not to come near because they can't stand the smell. So it's not worthwhile for them to attack your lettuce if the smell is off-putting. So that's just one example of some of the organic practices that we use. And it's a common concern. A lot of people think that we need to build fences, and we're trying to keep things as simple and minimal as possible so that we can enjoy the harvest. You get fresh, nutritious, bountiful vegetables and fruits, herbs, flowers, and you don't have to worry so much about the pests. There's enough to go around. So, with that in mind, I encourage you to take the next step and to schedule a 15 to 20-minute call with me, and there we can go into some of the details of your needs and your preferences and what you're looking for. So, thank you so much for listening, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Thanks. Bye.